Arctic Frost wasn't just a case to politically investigate Trump. It was the vehicle by which partisan FBI agents and Department of Justice prosecutors could achieve their partisan ends and improperly investigate the entire Republican political apparatus.
There's Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley revealing more about the Biden-era FBI investigation into President Trump and Republicans, supporters of President Trump. There are new documents now from so-called Operation Arctic Frost. They show numerous Republican organizations and individuals who were targeted with subpoenas, including the late Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. Joining me now is Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. AG, thanks so much for being here. This is unbelievable, particularly now to see all of this as the Democrats are losing their minds over the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel's show. How quickly we forget what was just done to Republicans. You were the chairman of the Republican Attorneys General Association at the time, and you say you watched it and experienced it firsthand.
No, absolutely, and disappointing but not surprising, Maria. When you look, Joe Biden learned at the feet of Barack Obama, who weaponized the IRS to come after conservatives, conservative groups, and religious organizations. And then even during the initial period of COVID, where the FBI, rather than using their mission of attacking violent crime, instead we're going after parents showing up at school board meetings, looking after the Catholic Church and investigating their activities. You know, highly disappointing in 2022 when violent crime was on its apex in this country. That rather than attacking that problem that affected public safety, they're looking at Republican attorneys general like me, Republican governors across our country, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point, other supporters of President Trump. We shouldn't be surprised, but yet really proud of Senator Grassley and Judiciary for exposing this fraud to the American people.
I mean, you can expose the fraud, AG, but where's the accountability? I mean, you know, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Continue to see no consequences for anybody, any of these political dirty tricks over and over again?
Yeah, I think what we're going to see is a very active Senate Judiciary Committee diving in to the cause and the root of what was going on. You've seen Kash Patel be able to attack the FBI in a way to be able to rid it of those partisan agents who weren't doing their job. And look, the American voters took the opportunity to give President Trump a mandate to be able to reshape our government, and he's doing exactly that.
Meanwhile, President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance will be speaking on Sunday at Charlie Kirk's memorial service. It's happening at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, expected to be 100,000 people. The president spoke about Charlie Kirk's legacy yesterday when he was in the UK. Watch this.
Charlie Kirk was heinously assassinated for speaking his mind. He was a great young man, incredible future. Some people said he might be president someday. I told him, I said, Charlie, I think you have a good shot someday at being president. And he just wanted to take care of youth. He loved youth. Charlie was a great person. We'll be going out to a service on Sunday. I'll be leaving with some of the people in this room just to celebrate Charlie and all that he's done.
Oh, boy, what a week. The president also commenting on the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel by ABC, by the way, after Kimmel's insensitive comments about Charlie Kirk's death. Watch this.
Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you know, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
AG, your reaction to all of this?
First, I think we're still heartbroken over the loss of Charlie Kirk. What a remarkable leader who truly gave the First Amendment what our founders intended. But look, we shouldn't be surprised that left-wing extremism is what's caused much of this political violence. Even in Alabama, just last year, we had Antifa-loving left-wing extremists who decided to set off an explosive device at our office simply because he didn't like Christian conservative public officials. The narrative of the left is what's been that driver. Republicans are going to continue to speak truth to what's going on in our country and to be able to support those policies that will make our nation great.
So do you see any retribution here? I mean, what are you expecting in terms of these comments from Chuck Schumer and other people attacking ABC for suspending Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, I think retribution is going to come in how the American people have responded to what's happened to Charlie Kirk. I think there's a fire lit across this nation to be able to support the cause that Charlie spoke so passionately about. But look, for ABC, we have a remarkable leader, the FCC, who's a principled regulator, who's going to enforce the laws that exist regarding our broadcast media. ABC is backtracking because they know they were wrong and support what's going on to be able to remove him from the show.
All right, AG, good to see you. Thanks so much for all of your work. Attorney General Steve Marshall.